Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Lights Camera Discussion podcast and what is destined to be our greatest ever podcast. My name, of course, is Massey1903, and I'm joined, as always, by my co hosts, a truly twisted pair, Collie and Todd. Guys, how we doing?
It's one of your best. I like it. I'm
Thank
very good. How
you.
are you?
Yeah, good. I did say to Todd beforehand, I've kind of, after trying to go too smart on the intros, I've kind of dialed it down a little bit. So I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Guys, I'm really excited for this. So shall we just kind of get straight into it then?
Sure.
Okay, so today we are talking about Neil Breen. Now, a bit about Neil Breen. So he is an American filmmaker, writer, actor, producer, and all-round movie mogul. He's known for his cult films, in which he takes a prominent role through every step of the process, allowing him to truly show the genius that he really is. His stories are normally full of social commentary and are wildly ahead of their time. His films are also known for their critiques of capitalism, AI, and for alerting the world to the biggest cyber and terror attacks ever seen. With a new film due out in 2026 called Dire Duplicity, the world's excited to see how this amateur filmmaker continues to go from strength to strength. Mr. Neil Breen. I love him. Right. We've said this one, just again, a kind of disclaimer to anyone watching and listening. It's not going to be a long episode as we run through his films. So we're going to get into the first one straight away and we will discuss it. So the first film we're talking about today is I Am Here Now. Disappointed by its creation, the almighty being that created man arrives on Earth in a human form and interacts with various troubled, wicked, and sinful people on his journey to Vegas. Well, my thoughts obviously are going to be very positive. So, Collie, what were your first thoughts on this film?
So, like prior to watching any of his films, I think we'd like discussed it and watched like a YouTube clip or two, and I was like, "What is going on here?" But see, to be honest, within like 2 minutes of watching this, and the same with the other ones, you just kind of settle to where the level of the film is, and you just kind of accept it for what it is, and then it just becomes funny. It's not. I genuinely don't think he's trying to make good films, if that makes sense. Like, surely he's watching it knowing this is the level that I'm operating at, this is the budget I'm working with, so he just kind of rolls with it. But yeah, from the offset, I was more just like, I wasn't even getting annoyed, which I know I was more than prepared to be like really annoyed at all this, but I found more of it funny than anything else. From the opening sequence, and then there's that couple sitting on the back of the pickup truck, talking about, "Do you think I'm crazy?" And then the guy like threatens to play Russian roulette with what isn't a revolver, therefore it would just shoot him. To then Neil Breen taking his clothes, and just, you know, from there on in, we're in for a wild ride. But yeah, just utter shite, but not in an annoying way, just in a oh my god, this is hilarious kind of way.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. And it's like in every one of his films, there's stuff that makes you think like, is he taking this seriously? But there's some stuff where you think like, nah, surely he's not.
Yeah. And just on that, like when you're talking about his messages about capitalism and stuff like that, like I genuinely do think he is trying to put across good points and stuff. It's just marred in really amateur, silly filmmaking. So like people might think that it is a joke of the message he's even trying to put forth, but I genuinely think he is trying to say something with his films. It's just like this is the level that he operates on, because he's not, you know, James Cameron or Denis Villeneuve or anything like that have got these massive budgets and creative ideas behind them. But I genuinely do think he is trying his best.
Yeah, I totally agree. From a Neil Breen, like not necessarily just a specific film standpoint, from a Neil Breen standpoint, he obviously has messages that he wants to get across, as you say,
Totally.
and he obviously believes them. You know, you can tell that it's something that's close to his heart or something that he truly wants to tell and wants to get across there. It's just
Yeah,
the way in which he does it.
and it's hilarious. And like, in case I misspeak throughout the podcast discussing his films, I really do like him. I think he is quite funny, and I enjoy his films in a certain way. But when I'm saying like, oh, this is shite, this is stupid, this is so idiotic, I'm not meaning like he is per se. I'm just meaning when you watch these as films, if you were trying to watch them like semi-seriously, even you would be like, "What the fuck is going on here?" But with watching it with that kind of lens of, "Okay, this is what we're doing here," I got a lot more enjoyment out of it than I thought I was gonna.
Good. You've got to almost flick that switch.
I'm just waiting for
You?
Todd to like
Yeah,
say, "No, I fucking hated this," and the guy's a fucking idiot. But I'm just trying to delay in case Neil's ever watching this. Neil, I genuinely do love and respect you.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, let's let him, Mr. On mute just now. But Todd, let us know what your thoughts were on
Fuck you,
Breen
Neil,
this
if you're
movie.
listening. No, like,
Oh, well, that's my friend. Leave him alone.
come on, we'll discuss it. Yeah, I tried my best, and I was like, right, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna just have some fun. Just every time I was like, and again, maybe it was the format that I watched it in, or the time frame that and I was just sat being like, what are we fucking doing? What are we like?
Just for context, Todd decided to leave them all to relatively last minute, so you had to binge them all. So yeah, that's his own doing. Just saying.
Absolutely, and
although to be fair, when I watched them, I watched all 5 of them back to back twice on 2 separate days. So that is on me. I'm accepting of it, but I'm just making sure, Todd, that you're aware that this is your doing.
I hold my hands up, and I do not have 2 times movie speed enjoyer in my bio.
4 times. 4 times.
4 times. No. But I watched all of these at double speed, which probably doesn't do the man justice, but fuck me,
it does.
Like, it honestly, there were moments. Do you know what baffles me with some of the and this is a thing right the way through the films. I understand he's limited by budget, and and ambition should always outweigh budget every single time. I get that, especially at this level. But why does he use the same scream through the whole? So it doesn't matter who's getting hurt, who's getting injured. It's the exact same scream every single time.
I'm sorry, but like the Wilhelm scream's been used for decades upon decades by big budget films. So why is Neil Breen not allowed to do the same?
Exactly.
Because
I'm not accepting this critique. Actually,
I will go as far.
You do an impression of the scream. Actually, sorry.
It was something along the. I don't want to be like right next to me, Mike. Do you know? That's every time, every single time.
I like it.
And
the Breen scream. The Breen scream.
Yeah. And the Wilhelm scream's used really well, really cleverly here and there. Just in the background once in a film to go, oh, there's the. At one point, I think it was gunshot, Breen scream. Gunshot, Breen scream. For like, I can't say Breen scream much more. And I was just like, please.
on the back of on the Breen scream, actually, there was the moment where the guy's getting tortured by the gang, and it's I've got the quotes written here. No, don't cut off my ear. His ear goes flying, and the Breen scream happens. And then it's no, don't cut off my hand. His hand goes flying, and the Breen scream happens.
Unbelievable. There's another screaming sequence in this film that I won't touch on in case it's either your quotes or favorite scenes or anything like that.
I mean, feel free, go for it.
It's we're not sticking to our format. We have to take this serious,
Okay, sorry.
It's when Amber's boyfriend or whatever is like throat slit and his body's covered and he gets revealed. He's just like and then the guy shoots it and she's like and then something else happens again and she's like, he was so young. And then, so that was my favorite scene, but then that follows immediately on to the rat cop, the undercover cop getting battered. And one thing about this film that made me laugh, it was all like talking heads kind of format. Sometimes, like when they're like in a conversation, it would just cut to somebody like dead onto the camera. I do not approve for this, and then it would cut, and they had a little bit of blood on the face. I didn't sign up for this, and it was just amazing. And it was when they were all punching him and stuff like that, and the sound effects. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
And it just went on and on and on, like and then you thought it stopped. It was almost like the They Live fight, where you like think it's ended and it just happens again.
Yeah, that's where the comparison ends. But yes, yeah. but that's when the being freezes them all and then releases the guy, heals him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so Neil Breen obviously takes he's the main guy in all these films. The being, exactly. Colin, what do you think of his performance as the being.
Unbelievable. Like, so I'll just go to my favorite quote then if we're just flying through the categories. He said, "The humans' dreams, they can come true. I will give them one more chance. If they fail, I will destroy this planet and this experiment. I will come back soon and decide whether to end it all or not. I hope humanity has learned its lesson from all its mistakes. Otherwise, I will turn this planet into dust and begin again." I think that's the final monologue. I want to say. But yeah, just like these are the messages. As the being, like, I just think that he wants to put across, and fair play to him. But yeah, just about his performance in general. The cut to the alien mask at certain points.
Oh my god!
So that's actually my cover photo on this on Letterboxd is when he's shagging the bird, and it's just his face is like right next to hers, and then it cuts to like the being or the alien, and then cuts away. Unbelievable.
But it's the way, like, you can tell he's not on top of the girl. He's, like, obviously, like, away at a side or something like that. Like, the depth perception is off, and then it changes to, like, the...
Oh, I just presumed he was, like, fully inside her, to be honest.
Oh,
but yeah,
well,
sure.
he may be. There's also a moment near the start where he's, like, looking around the desert, and just every so often his face turns into the alien kind of thing.
The alien being, the actual being in its own form, yeah.
It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I like how he stole the guy's clothes at the start. That scene of like throwing the clothes on the floor. and it was just a shirt like landing on the floor. Oh god, so good.
Also, the imagery where we see like he's like a Jesus figure, but he's also a cyborg by just having like a motherboard just tucked on
the inside of his arms as well. Yeah, that's true.
It's brilliant. And also, I would like to kind of ask about your thoughts on this metaphor, but the babies' heads. Thoughts.
There's a few bits of trivia from IMDb about the babies.
Go for it.
There was one in the goof section, which is a character error, and it just pretty much says it's a plastic baby, which I thought was interesting. However, I did have another bit of a tidbit, which was like upon release, the baby's acting was critically panned for lacking emotional depth. So, you know, I don't know what way you want to go with that, but maybe it was like, I don't know, it just wasn't a message I clicked with, perhaps. You know, is it perhaps that's what he's going to create humanity in, you know, this baby form and start again when he turns our planet to dust? I don't know, but
yeah, maybe it was like he was planting the seeds of humanity again.
Or I don't know what year this was released in comparison to American Sniper, but maybe it was a homage to the plastic baby in American Sniper. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been.
Or maybe American Sniper got inspired by this, one or the other.
Yeah. I think that's probably more.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, eat your heart out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big fan.
We've spoken about this far too. Any other parts you want to discuss before we kind of move on to other bits and pieces?
I'm good. MVP and score for me. I'm ready when you are.
Todd.
My MVP is the guy who screamed, "Don't chop off my hand." I thought he was it was the emotional performance of the film.
Excellent. Okay, Collie.
Oh, it has to be Neil Breen for me. Like, there's no comparison, I think, to who won this film.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Breen for me, definitely.
Yeah, there is one quote I want to come back to, or one bit of trivia. Sorry. When one twin sister, which I don't even think they didn't even look like twins, but anyway. No. When one twin sister loses her job, the other sister waits almost a full second before suggesting her sister turns to prostitution as the only hope for her. So I thought that was quite good. Mm-hmm. And then just on them, when it comes to the politician at the pool thing, you know, when he's receiving his thank you gift, you know, the corporate executive, as he's put down on IMDb, just says "double my pleasure," which I thought was a really good line and a nice delivery. So he was probably like a runner-up MVP for me.
Yeah, it's almost like the is it Scary Movie 3 when it's the twins song that comes on. Yeah, brilliant. MVP for me is Breen. Has to be Breen. Has to. Scores for me it was half a star, but
should be a 5-star.
Should be a 5-star.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. I was going to go down the lines because there's so many like Mac and Me and stuff like that. You know, to me personally, that's a 5-star film, but I know like objectively it's not. And with this, I was like, should I just give them all 5 stars because it'll be funny, or do I just go with half stars? At the moment, I've went half stars. I might go back and rewatch them all at some point and give them all 5 stars. You never know, but for now, it's a half star for me.
Fair enough. Todd?
Yeah, half star for me.
Oh, you didn't even log it. You didn't even log it.
I know.
I have. I have logged it in my brain, and that is
Yeah.
enough for me. Honestly, I have watched these films, and this is evidence of
You've
it.
missed out on 10 diary entries on Letterboxd. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Your stats are skewed.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bringing the game into disrepute, actually, to be honest.
Yeah,
Game's
absolutely.
gone. Game's gone. It's already gone with us watching this.
Okay, we'll move on to the next film from Breen then. So it is Fateful Findings. A computer scientist slash novelist reunites with his childhood friend, hacks into government databases, and faces dire and fateful consequences of the mystical actions he obtained as a child. Collie, first thoughts?
Again, this is one that I think there is a message in there about like big government and this all like CIA, like, you know, oh God, what do they call it? Like the operations that are like are fake or like they're staged operations. I can't remember what they're called,
Spec Ops
but you
or
know,
something.
no, not spec ops, but like, you know, when they say like 9/11 was an inside job and all that kind of stuff. It
Whoa.
was
Conspiracies.
no, but I'll look it up when you're talking. But anyway, it's like all this commentary on and stuff like that. But it's really like it's real as well. I'll just jump straight to my favorite quote, which is a Dylan quote. While cradling Jim's dead body, I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? I just thought like. I sent Massey a photo when I was watching this, and I just literally just went CBA because this was also the second one that I was watching, so I hadn't quite clicked through the Breen
Of course.
isms, shall we say? But absolutely hilarious. Just too funny. But yeah, no. Again, similar to the first one, there is a message in here somewhere. Allegedly,
It's just under loads of code on the laptops.
And I just want to shout out, not my favourite scene, but the scene where he goes to shag the lady or have sex with the lady, and they're just continually chucking stuff off the desk for ages. I just shout out to that, you know.
Foreplay looks like,
you know.
what
Yeah,
happens?
but it's more just like what I was thinking of was just like that's going to be a pain in the arse to clean up after they're done, you know. If he's got any sort of filing system there, he's going to have to start from scratch. That was more what twigged in my brain. Maybe that's an OCD thing in my head, but that's more what I was aware of.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's sort of like right at the start where there's a really kind of damning metaphor of how there's the class war where the Rolls Royce runs him over, and it runs him over, and you know that just straight up then I knew this was going to be a take on capitalism and you know making sure that we know that the real fight is between the upper class and us. But going on from that, the my favorite quote and one of my favorite parts of that scene was when he has been hit by the Rolls Royce and he's lying on the floor, and one of the people that saw it says, "It's the Rolls Royce that hit him. I'm a witness," as he lies in front of it with blood rolling down the Rolls Royce thing. Just absolutely perfect writing.
They need a witness like that for it to stand up in the court of law. So you know, I'm glad they made themselves, you know, aware of the situation.
Exactly, absolutely, yeah. I just think it's a step up for me from his previous film. It's just so much to it. Todd, what were your thoughts on Fateful Findings?
I wrote the words, "Motherfucker, we can see the screen is off," and that is how good of a computer program he is that he can use a laptop without the screen working. And that man has money because he abuses those laptops so much.
Definitely just raked in a bin out the back of a fucking Staples or something to find them, but sure.
Yeah. I also I commend him for using people who can't hear very well as actors, because everybody in this film is screaming at the top of their voice for 90% of it. This was an experience.
Just on the laptop thing, I've got a bit of trivia. In the goofs section of IMDb and the revealing mistakes section of that, the laptops are obviously not functioning, which is one of the points. So there we go. You did a good pick up there, Todd.
Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely.
thanks.
There was a really great bit as well where and it's a quote. It's not my favorite quote, of course, because I've said my favorite quote, but this is a quote when they're at the pool and they're kind of meeting each other and stuff as well. So Emily says, the doctor at the hospital, Leah, it's nice to see you. I'd like to meet my fiancé, Tim. Emily, very nice to meet you. Dylan, which is Breen, walks up. They chat. Nobody's voice except the women's are audible. Emily, gesturing at Leah, the doctor at the hospital. It's exact same lines again. Leah, I'd like to meet my fiancé, Tim. Tim shakes hand. I'll go get us a drink to celebrate. It's exact same lines. Like, it's not even, nothing's changed. It's literally the same sounds.
I think that speaks to the consistency and professionalism of the actors, though, that they can deliver the line over and over. It's not that he's used the same,
sound files,
of the line on like wherever. I think like the fact that they can deliver it note for note. Not many people out there could probably do that, to be honest.
Yeah, totally agree. Absolutely. Any other things that jump out, Collie?
The scene where he's shagging his childhood sweetheart, and his shirt's like off his shoulder a little bit, and they're just like a way to have sex and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden it cuts back to him finding Emily dead in the bed, and then it cuts back to them having sex, which I thought was an interesting continuity choice. But yeah, just the shoulder, the off the shoulder kind of thing by Breen, I thought was quite interesting.
There's a lot of like sort of naked Breen, or like at least hints at naked Breen in the shower with the sort of face mask thing.
Yes, of course, right at the start.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of naked and she's wearing a t-shirt and they're just kissing in the shower. Yeah, that's another one. Todd, any other ones that stood out, naked Breen or not?
Just, I mean, he loves to get naked, and he loves to get naked with women. That's an ongoing theme. That
the bro being a bro, you know what I mean?
May or may not made me feel uncomfortable. But the quote, just the quote and the delivery of it was, money, payoffs, and greed were always the priority of my company. Like many companies, I'm afraid of going to prison. They now know my crimes, and I think we should have more honesty like that in the world from big CEOs. Aside from that, I love that he tried to didn't check the pulse when he found Emily dead. He just give her 3 quick smacks around the face and then was like, she's dead. I think I'm
not a trained first aider, so I don't know if that is the procedure or not. So I'm just going to trust him.
To be fair, you're the one that's been most recently to hospital. So what did they do to you? Did they slap you across?
Exactly. Yeah, right, exactly. Right. They slapped me about the face.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. There we go.
Fair enough. So it's real then. Good. I just want to talk about the ending as well. So it just goes through almost like a montage of the CEOs and the bosses just all deciding enough's enough and ending themselves. I thought that was quite a nice metaphor for what Breen thinks should happen to the corporate bigwigs. What did you guys think of the ending?
I thought it was a nice tie off to what we've been leading up to throughout the film. So yeah, just a good narrative structure and satisfying ending, I thought.
Just so that we can move forward, my MVP comes from this very scene actually, and it's your man in the car taking the pills, despite the fact that there are pill bottles that have pills in them. He decides that he's not going to actually take any and finds it funny. Please go back and watch, because you can see him smirking as he goes. And mimes putting the pills in his mouth and then slowly leans forward onto the steering wheel. He was sensational.
Rest in peace, that man.
Yes.
All right, call the MVP.
Neil Breen for me again. Yeah, unquestionably.
Breen for me as well. And scores then for this one. I'm assuming there's nothing else, or is there any trivia, Cole, you wanted to?
No, that's it. Pretty much covered, I think.
Yeah, cool.
The laptop's not functioning was the main one I wanted to get across. So
fair, absolutely. Again, half star for me, but it should be a 5-star. Call it.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Todd.
I'm sticking with a half star.
Didn't log it. Doesn't count. Don't ask him again.
Okay.
So it's 5-star for Todd. That's fine. Okay, we will move on to the next one, which is Pass Through. So a messianic entity from the future travels to modern day Earth to wipe out 300 million bad people and usher in a new era of peace. Again, Collie, let's start with yourself. Thoughts on Pass Through?
I really enjoyed this one, actually. I thought the message was really good. Some good montage scenes of just like stuff happening like just like what you call it, like stock footage. Oh, by the way, I did check for the last one. It was false flag was the term I was wanting to come up with.
Good. Yeah.
I didn't want to say the exact thing that twigged in my head about false flag because Alex Jones got in trouble for saying it, but that's what the kind of stuff I was going on about. But yeah, for this one,
skirting very close to the edge there.
yeah, I didn't say it, and I don't agree with it. I'm just saying that that's what Breen was maybe saying, that there is certain instances of false flags and stuff like that by big government. But yeah, this one, it was good. Again, another film that Neil Breen made, definitely. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
I'm losing the will to live now, but yeah.
Personally, I really like the kind of the story or the kind of feelings about immigration and how everyone is special, and we should be able to integrate, or at least these people should be treated as different or less than us, or be exploited by people. So again, a kind of almost a different route that he was going down, but one that I think is just as important. I would like to say the upgrade that he obviously got a drone for this film.
Yeah, the drone use was really good, of him sitting on the rocks and stuff like that, and it flying up to him and not really centering him in the shot. I thought that was really interesting, the framing and the blocking of that. Quite Lynchian, I thought.
Yeah.
In that. I almost without laughing, but yeah.
Yeah, and obviously his so those rocks where he would get the drone footage of himself, where he'd also meet the tiger a few times throughout the film, where that wasn't really explained, but
you could say that about a lot of this message. Let's not start splitting here.
But yeah, I thought the cinematography was absolutely exquisite, especially with that use of the drone. Todd, what were your thoughts on this one? Pass through.
Obviously, he's starting his that trademark that you get from certain directors with that tiger. He's enjoying having, this is his introduction of the tiger. I love how believable that was, that he reacted to the tiger growling, which was really good. I will say this though, watching it in 2 times speed, it still felt that he was staring at that tiger for eternity. It still felt like those scenes went on for hundreds of years. I know what you're saying about. The message about immigrants, and this isn't my favorite quote, and I apologize if it's one of yours. The AI does tell the immigrant to go back to where he came from.
Yeah.
Which I'm getting mixed messages here, Neil. Mixed messages.
But he does say about rising up, making a revolution, and fighting the corporations in your country, so making a change in your home.
Okay. So go back there and do it, not here.
Stop the boats. Go back. No.
How am I getting told off for the false flag thing, and then you're saying stuff like that?
Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, the.
I've got a good bit of behind the scenes.
Go for it.
According to IMDb, so we'll take it as it comes. But
yeah,
to relieve tension on set, Neil Breen would play a pair of bongos in a Bigfoot suit.
Yeah,
which, like, if we're talking about the man, I gotta respect it. If he's gone out his way to make sure that his sets are enjoyable and fun, and that everyone's having a good time. So I just wanted to make sure that was being recognised.
And what I would say as well is this, like the other films that he did, he was also the craft services as well. So do you think he plated up their food dressed as Bigfoot as well?
Maybe in this one, yeah. I don't know about the other ones. I wonder what he would serve, actually.
Interesting.
I don't know, just unmade potatoes.
just raw ties.
Just a tray of potatoes, still with a bit of dirt on them, maybe.
Because that's what immigrants would eat when they're trying to get away from from.
I'm sorry. It's a
Go.
7-hour filming day. You've been working your ass off, and you just sick.
Let's
you're
dial back
so
on the working your arse off thing. By the way, let's not give them too much credit, Todd. Okay, that's just.
Yeah, but okay, you have done your best. Let's say that, even though your best is not great, and then a man in a Bigfoot outfit's like, right, here's a fucking 45-minute bongo solo and some mashed potato, but I haven't got any cream or butter. I'm sorry, I fucking run out. And then just fucking, that's fucking sensational.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
To be fair, I don't think he said they were mashed. I think it was just raw potatoes.
It's just teas.
Just ties out the ground.
Yep.
Brilliant. Even
That's what I think anyway. I don't know if you guys have any idea about what you'd be serving up, but that's my idea.
Well, no, I think there would be steak there, just raw steak, but that would be for the tigers. So like everyone would just watch tiger feeding on raw steak.
You actually think the tigers were there?
Yeah, weren't they?
Oh, okay.
I thought they were. What?
Don't know. Maybe that's how good his special effects are.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we've kind of spoken about a good bit there. Oh, there was one thing that I think Todd really enjoyed about the before Breen kind of becomes a sort of like helping out the two immigrants that had run away. He was unfortunately an addict. I think the makeup effect there. Do you want to talk about that, Todd, and how that was one of your favorite scenes?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with track marks. Funnily enough.
You're from the northeast of England, so
yeah, fair.
Okay, it's fair. Personally, but I'm really interested in the fact that track marks actually look like small blotches of shit going up somebody's forearm the whole way from wrist.
Maybe that is a metaphor.
Elbow. Maybe it is.
You're putting shit inside your body, you get shot on your skin.
There you go.
Wow,
makes you
know
think.
what I mean.
So yes, and he credited himself with the makeup department, which I thought was interesting to say the very least.
Absolutely. I thought as well when he actually used the needle, just spraying the liquid onto his arm. It was
wash
quite
the track marks away.
Yeah, it was a very visceral way of showing us how drugs are used. So normally shows and stuff would kind of take away from, you wouldn't actually show you that the thing happening, the use of the drugs happening, but he shows you the whole visceral, real thing of the liquid getting sprayed onto your arm from the needle.
Neil, just in case, on Amazon you can get these little, like, they look very real and they're like retractable. Looks like they're going in the skin. Do you know what I mean? Just quickly, Prime.
Why would you need that? I don't understand.
Just a suggestion.
What
just
film did we watch recently that somebody was actually making them put saline solution inside them? There was definitely a film that we watched recently. What did we do? Was it? I was in a Murder Party.
Oh yeah,
it was in Murder Party. Yeah. Like he actually made them inject themselves with like a saline solution.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like Neil Breen's maybe a bit nicer to his cast than Jeremy Saulnier.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember his wife did repost our tweet, so just remember that, Mrs. Saulnier. Another thing I want to touch on, obviously, when Breen has to tells the lady his name, Till.
This is my favorite quote. Okay,
take it away, Collie.
No, Massey, no, you continue with what you're saying. But
I was just saying, obviously, his name is Till, spelled Thgil. So what's the quote on the back of that?
So it's your name, Till. That isn't your name. That's Light, Light, spelled backwards, isn't it? And I thought that was a good reveal.
It was very Troll 2 with Nilbog.
Yes.
It's goblin backwards.
But probably better, I would say, than Troll 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else? I'm trying.
For me, for like favorite scene, it was when Neil was on the news and he just signs off with the cleanse has begun. I thought that whole situation was very well done.
My favorite scene, and it kind of goes into quote as well, is when there's the meeting or they're at the party kind of thing, and he just shows up at each kind of little group of people, and they say like, "Oh, I do this," and blah blah blah, and he goes, "Isn't that corrupt?" And then it just goes to the next people, and it's like they say, "I do this," and "Isn't that corrupt?" And the next one, "Isn't that cheating the public?" Isn't that betraying the public's trust? Isn't that immoral? And then later on, just go, "Who is that guy?" Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
No, I agree. Todd, anything else?
Yeah, I just wrote power quote and I found it on IMDb. It is the astronomers, the girl astronomer and the boy astronomer. So the girl says, "Oh my God, the power's out of my phone," and the boy says, "My power's out too." And then the same girl goes, "Oh my gosh, me too, no power." Just to reiterate the lack of power that these people
Lack
feel.
of
There you
power.
go.
And again, a metaphor. Okay, MVPs, Collie.
It's Neil Breen again for me.
So I went Breen as well, but also I wanted to give a massive shout out to Kathy Corpus just because. Todd?
With the drone operator, because
So Neil Breen then.
Yeah. Phenomenal job.
Fair enough. Okay, scores. Collie?
It's a half star, but it should be a 5 again for me.
Same for me, yeah. And Todd said 5 stars, was it?
I'm banned from giving it stars. It's not.
Didn't log it.
doesn't
Didn't log it,
exist.
so you're not allowed.
Didn't
Like
exist.
that's
Fair
how it
enough.
works.
Fair enough.
So I remember I didn't get Letterboxd when we first started this, but I've since went back and rewatched all the films that we've discussed. So now I have logged every single film that we've discussed on this podcast. Unlike you, Todd.
Yep.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one there, which is the penultimate one in the Neil
Oh man,
Breen
I'm having
filmography.
so much fun. That's a shame.
I know. I'm only 35 minutes in. So
Harvey, fucking hell. Oh my
yeah.
God.
Twisted pair. Identical twin brothers become hybrid AI, artificial intelligence, entities, yet are torn in different directions to achieve justice for humanity. Collie, thoughts?
So just on this, there was a funny note on IMDb that said Neil Breen considers all of his films to be semi-autobiographical pieces, which is interesting. So I don't really know. Like, was that his actual twin in real life that was in the film with him, or
Could have been.
was it some special effects that, like, you know, he wished he has a twin and he made it himself? Or
he's credited as both of them, but I think maybe that's just to like take the
maybe
shine off it.
maybe his twin brother's called Neil as well, though.
Maybe, yeah.
It would explain
Maybe
a lot
he
if his
did-
parents named him and his twin the same name.
Maybe his twin did the catering.
Sure, maybe.
Thoughts?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it to Todd to kick off what his favourite scene was, because I think it might be the same as mine, maybe. If it's not, we can come back to me. But Todd, what scene, particularly like early in the film, stood out for you?
Early in the, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
what
the one
you're-
that you sent in the group. I'm sure you sent it in the group. Well, if you don't want to do it, it's when he's supporting the military. He flies up to the window.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Oh, was it Massey? No, it was you. Anyway,
No.
yeah, it's the scene when he flies up to the window and then he's guiding all the military and he's like, "Let me go first," and there's the explosions all around him and stuff like that. That stood out for me. Like, I thought the special effects in this kind of jumped up a bit. And just quickly on the title, another bit of IMDb trivia: Twisted Pair refers to testicular torsion. So there we go. That's a bit of a hidden meaning behind the title. So there we go.
Absolutely. I call it. I do apologize. I think it was myself that said about the
Was it? Okay.
the military. Yeah.
I've looked back here. It's a different scene that Todd sent.
Okay.
When he says, "I don't think I've ever been more angry," and I just presumed it was that scene.
Oh right. It could have been any scene, to be perfectly honest. I do agree with the military bit though. When it starts off as a picture, and then when he gets up there. And then it turns into a movie after he said, or like a video after he said, "I'll protect you, follow me."
Is it not similar to like the being that he freezes them, like the being from the first film, perhaps freezes them as he assesses the situation?
Could be, yeah, which is a really good tactic, actually, especially in war zones. Yeah,
It's actually me that
absolutely.
shared that scene, by the way. Out of all three of us. And all I did was like, I got to this bit and about fell off. I can't do it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. It's yeah. So obviously he plays a double role. It's obviously in 2025 it's a great year for dual roles. We had obviously Robert Pattinson in Mickey 17, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and then of course this was 2018. Neil Breen ahead of his time in Twisted Pair.
Trendsetting.
What do you think of the way that they differentiated Cade and Kale?
I thought it was good, and my favorite quote is actually just Cade saying that he never had a beard, which is kind of emphasizing the difference between the two of them. So I thought it was very well done.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it's the makeup and the sort of special effects. Again, that Breen did himself.
I know a lot of people were talking this year about the whole cigarettes passing sequence between Michael B. Jordan, both of the twins and sinners. I thought there was a few scenes like that in this that I was like, surely that's like two people on the same stage at the same time, and it's not like superimposed one person and then the same person playing the other person and having a conversation. So, yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a moment, especially in like that pink ethereal forest, which is almost like the Black Panther-y kind of, the in between limbo kind of thing.
Yep.
Where there's the two of them walking up together, and you think it's two actors. I mean, it must
That's
be.
what I was meaning. That's why I thought that it was maybe his actual twin, and they were both called Neil.
Yeah, it must be. It has to be. Yeah,
I love the way they hold each other's eye line. I think that eye contact between them, and not staring into middle distance is just.
Maybe that's an acting technique. I don't know. I'm not trained in the arts. I know you are, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah. With my very real degree, I didn't study to that level. Maybe this is sort of master's PhD sort of stuff that I'm just too thick to.
Oh, actually, I suppose. Well, you're now a proper writer, aren't you, as well? So, like,
do you know what I mean? So I can critique this, and not, But again, I think this is beyond me. I think this is the next level. Levels.
I mean, Neil Breen's making films and you're not, so that's all I'm saying.
There you go.
There was a moment that I thought was genuinely pretty good, where
fuck off.
where and again we're talking about films from this year. Breen uses a Nosferatu style shadow with a hand over him as he's trying to sleep.
Yeah, true. Actually, I did note that down, so that's a good point. Maybe Eggers took some direction from this.
He must have. He
is a super film after all.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, definitely. But the only thing is, Eggers prefers like older kind of films or films that deal with like older times. This is obviously the future.
But maybe he sees himself as like a twin in some respects of Neil Breen. That Neil Breen can touch on the more modern stuff like AI and all that kind of stuff, whereas like Eggers obviously. He notably never wants to see a mobile phone in any of his films, whereas like Neil Breen's got laptops and stuff in his, so.
Which don't work, so maybe he. And the phones didn't have any power in the last one, so.
Maybe we've made the connection that nobody else has.
Anything else you guys would talk about with Twisted
No,
Fair?
nothing else.
I don't know. I'm really pleased that he used the voice changer for the gang boss. I thought, how do we know he's really imposing and powerful if he doesn't have an insanely Satan-style deep voice? And I'll just move us forward with my favourite scene, let's say the standout scene, was him sniffing that eagle for a long amount of time. He got his nose right in there. Like, I don't. Maybe it was the log that he was sniffing, but he definitely liked that bird a lot.
Fair. I mean, my favourite scene was the explosive warehouse scene at the end, where he's like jumping about like Spider-Man.
Very good.
I thought it was fantastic, and the JPEG fired stuff.
And I know we've not really spoke about it, and I can't remember in this one if there was much notable music, but I thought the music notes in some of the earlier films, especially, were really good.
Absolutely.
Just give that a shout out as well. I don't know if Neil Breen did it himself or if it was stock music, but it was very good nonetheless.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think he did it himself. He must have done it himself. I must have. Colin, do you have a favourite scene or anything? Or
yeah, mine was that military scene at the start when he's like, "I'll help you" and stuff like that. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to say.
I think just to put in context about that, like I said on Friday, I was like, "Oh, I've got an hour to kill at the gym. I'll walk on the treadmill." And then I was like, I don't know if I can watch any of these in public on my phone. And then I started this and then got to that scene. I was like, no, I can't do it because I might fall off from laughing. So just for my safety, after, obviously injuring myself the day before, I thought I'd be safe and watch something else instead. Which I think I just stared at the brick wall instead of watching it. So.
I just wanted to say one quote, which was my favorite quote. It's when Cade says, "That's the girl I met earlier. I'm going to follow her." Brilliant.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Clearly stating his intent as a character. I think that's very good narrative structure and writing.
Exactly. MVP, Collie.
Yeah, Neil Breen for me, obviously.
Yeah, Neil Breen for me as well. Todd?
I went with 4 MVPs, and I'm very sorry that I cheated a little
That's
bit.
not the format.
I know, I apologise. It's the 2 baby twins and the 2 child twins who put in a really legitimate performance.
How about the adult twins?
Again, maybe I just didn't understand the performance. Maybe I just didn't get it, So I'll stick with 4 for now. I might on a rewatch at some point.
Well, we'll rewatch to log them on Letterboxd, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it'd be for
Scores for me, half a star, but should be 5 stars. Collie?
Agreed. Absolutely agree.
And
Ban
Todd?
from scoring. Ban from scoring.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Didn't log it. Don't care.
Excellent. Good stuff. All right, we're on to the final Neil Breen film. I can't believe we've got here. This is Cade, the Tortured Crossing. An identical AI twin brother restores an old, mysterious mental asylum. He takes it upon himself to mystically train the patients as warriors for humanity and justice. And now I would say this is the only sequel that Neil Breen has done. Specific
So
sequel. So far, thankfully. Right, I'm going to be a bit negative here, okay?
What?
I thought this was a little bit lazier than his other ones.
I disagree.
A load of green screen and stuff. I much prefer the location settings. That is from the bottom of my heart, and I do apologize if Neil Breen is watching this. There were still some incredible things, but just the green screen, it got a bit too much for me. But it's still a fantastic film. I'm not going to lie to you. Collie, what were your thoughts on this?
See, if anything, I thought the green screens enhanced it for me. It allowed it to be a bit more, elaborate and stuff. I thought I do recall from the earlier films, the real sequences in the valleys and stuff outside of likely to be Las Vegas, because that's where he operates from, with the drone footage and stuff. I thought that was good, but no, I just thought the green screen actually was a step up in production quality. I was kind of, at one point, I think I audibly went, "Marvel, eat your heart out." I can't remember specifically what scene that was in. I couldn't even get that out, but yeah, no, I thought it was a worthy sequel. And if anything, if they ever bring this to the cinema, I know that Cineworld and stuff do double bills, went to see Wicked double bill, and they're doing it for 28 years later. I think they're going to be showing 28 years later into the Bone Temple and back to back. If they ever wanted to do that with this, I think watching them back to back on the big screen would be a real good experience. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts. We can get to quotes and scenes and MVPs shortly, hopefully. But for me, that's my overall thoughts.
Todd?
No, I actually fall on your side, Massey. I was disappointed with the use of green screen. I
Guys need to get with the times.
Although I will say, I did just write down. Oh my god, it's John Matrix, because I couldn't think of he's like Neo but John Wick as well. In that moment where he's fighting 12 different people, I think it is, and he's like, "Let's even it up." Yeah, I lost this. So just seriously, at this point, I was fucking raged by this. So
What do you mean seriously now? I've been serious the whole time. I'm not taking this serious.
I had watched 4 of these films in a day, and then these started.
That's your fault. That is your fault.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I'll
so
take
please
it.
don't hold that against Neil Breen.
Neil.
Okay.
Thought you were just gonna go with first name. Don't hold that against Neil. Our Neil. As soon as the dance scene kicked in, I wanted to cry.
Of joy.
Of something, and again, if we take an inspiration, we've talked about Edgar Wright and Last Night in Soho, and those figures in the background with their faces covered, and Neil Breen uses that technique a number of times in this film.
Arguably, I would say better than Edgar Wright, and I think this could possibly, on multiple rewatches, maybe be better than Soho. To be honest, for me, anyway.
On multiple rewatches, okay.
Absolutely.
I might watch them both in the same day just to compare.
Okay, I think that might not be a bad shout. Let me know how that goes, because
you know what? I'll go around and watch it together, no?
Do you know what?
I actually own this on YouTube, so we can watch them both on the big TV.
I was going to say at the beginning, do you know what? These films would be phenomenal watching them together. If we hadn't have watched them on our own, this would have been a fucking ball. But anyway, yes. Apart from that, I'd like to know who the choreographer is, just so I can get in touch.
Neil Breen, probably.
What am I? What I don't even know why I asked. That's a great shout. Yeah. So we can move on to. I'm happy to move on to MVPs and scenes and.
Well, yeah, I kind of wanted to give a shout out to the tiger fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
One
that
of
was
the.
my favorite scene.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
like, you were going to go, Polly, what's your favorite scene? I was like, I'll give you
Collie.
one guess
Collie.
as to what my favorite scene is.
Well, take us
In
through
the
it, Colin.
whole of Neil Breen's filmography, what do you think my favorite scene is? It's the tiger fight. It's the most epic battle put on screen since I think maybe, I don't know, Endgame, when Captain America fights himself or something like that. Yeah, just unbelievable work. The cuts between the real tiger and the obviously special affected tiger. Shout out the choreography, like Todd said during the fight. I just thought it was excellent. And if someone was to say to me, Collie, Scott, what would one scene of Neil Breen's filmography, just to sum it up, just to how and I was actually going to speak to you about this, Massey. Why is it not in the trailer? But I think you want to tease people in, and you don't want to sell them, the whole thing by including the tiger. But
Yeah.
if someone said to me, like, could I just have 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, however long it went on for, 20 minutes perhaps, one scene from Neil Breen's filmography to sum them up, I would be like, watch this tiger fight, because everything you need to know about Neil Breen is in this.
Well, so the reason I didn't put it in the trailer was because it's on the thumbnail of this episode. So I didn't want to overwhelm with Tiger. We can certainly post it separately.
Yes, I think we should.
On YouTube. Yeah, if people haven't seen it, then they can at least get a hint of the Breen.
I don't think they deserve it without watching all other 4 films, and then however long this film.
We can also post where you can watch the films.
I don't know. We might get in trouble for that.
It's on archive though. So
yeah, I don't know. Neil Breen might not be happy with that.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I bought the last 2 films on my own.
Yeah, same. If you want to watch them,
£8 spent.
If you want to watch them, let us know. I can let you know where you can watch them for free. Yeah,
I don't endorse that.
No, of course. I'll let you know where you can purchase them legally.
YouTube.
Wink. Yeah, I would say as well the shots in the mental asylum when they're playing the keyboard in the kind of like toilety bit. I it comes back to that a couple times. I thought that was
bit.
Yeah, it was like a big bit. I would say that I think that was a really phenomenal use of the scenes. The ninjas stealing homeless people as well. I thought that was really again a metaphor for how corruption is affecting everyone. Todd, favorite. I'm trying here. Favorite scenes, quotes.
Almost there, Massey. Hold on, we're almost there.
Am I getting to an hour?
So
I don't know. I
We're
don't know
at
how
50
long
we're
this
at
has been in
52.
film ages.
We're at
Oh, we'll
52.
get there. We'll get there.
Todd.
Favorite quote was a callback to a previous film. So, "Who am I? What am I?" Was said also in the previous film, which I thought was.
I asked that actually of myself while watching this.
Constantly, yeah, and just to go back to what you were saying, Massey. Sorry, I'm just jumping all over the place.
Fine.
My MVP was Keyboard Man. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Really proud of him.
Excellent. My favorite quote and favorite scene kind of go into each other. Actually, the quote was from Cale. "I'm disintegrating, Cade. Kill me, Cade. Kill me. Kill me, Cade. Kill me." Voice cracks and all. And then my favorite scene was when you actually see Cade crying as he has to kill his cyborg / AI clone / brother, and it's obviously proper tears from Neil Breen. I think in terms of acting, this one his performance is up there. It's great. It's just a shame everything else. Collie, thoughts on that quote scene?
So I'm actually. I feel like you did that quote a disservice by not reading out the whole thing. So I will now.
Okay, go for it. Go for it, sir.
It's
Please
Cale.
include the voice cracks as well.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that justice. But I'll go. I'm so ashamed, Cade. Look at me, Cade. Cade, I'm so ashamed. Look what's happened to me, Cade. It all went wrong, Cade. Cade, I'm so ashamed of what I've been doing. Everything's gone wrong for me, Cade. Cade, help me, Cade. It's all gone wrong, and then I'm disintegrating, Cade. Cade, kill me, Cade. Kill me, Cade. Kill me. Look at me. I'm so ashamed. Look at me. I don't want to fight. I thought it was just a monologue in a film. And that was it. You know, it was what was that quote about one of his films again? What was it like? This is most definitely a film or something like that. So that is most definitely, you know, a monologue in a film,
Of course.
which will go down in time.
Absolutely. Oh well, MVP.
And Neil Breen for me again. I just thought like what this guy does film to film. With his, you know, his resources and his mind and his body, I think just 5 out of 5 MVPs for me. I don't think we've ever had that before.
Collie.
On episodes in terms of like MVPs, like the same MVP for the whole filmography. So pretty special.
I'm right there with you, pal. I'm right there with you.
Absolutely. At least we recognize him, unlike Todd.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've tried to give credit to those, you know, hard workers within the industry.
Okay,
That's
which is
fine.
Breen.
Yeah.
Scores. Again, half a star for me, but should be a 5-star. Collie.
Agreed.
And Todd, your band. I would say as well, even though it's his weakest film, it still obviously should be a 5-star because it's just great. Well, talk about weakest films. Rankings. Did we manage?
Massey, I want to hear yours first.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay.
They might be the same as mine because I definitely don't want to rank them.
Right. So I'll go bottom to top. I had Cade. Then I had Pass Through. Twisted Pair. I Am Here Now. And then Fateful Findings at the top. Collie?
I had from the bottom, so Pass Through was bottom for me. And then Twisted Pair, then Fateful Findings, then Cade the Torture Crossing was second for me.
Well.
And then I Am Here Now was first. Just because I know there was the one before, which I don't know if you ended up watching, Massey, on that
Double
archive
Down?
link.
No, I didn't watch it. No.
So but for me, like my enjoyment of Breen's film started with I Am Here
Yeah.
Now, so I wanted to make sure that was my favorite film or top ranked film.
Well, that's the thing, because I watched I'm Here Now first as well, and like I think that's where again the enjoyment came from it, so that's why it's up there for me as well. Todd, what were your thoughts on the films? What was your rankings?
So I went with Fateful Findings. I Am
Bottom.
Here. No, sorry, sorry, bottom to top. I apologize.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I apologize.
That was a close one.
Cade, Twisted Pair, Pass Through, I Am Here Now, and Fateful Findings. And the reason I've gone with that is because that is the order. That is the reverse order in which I watched them. So Fateful Findings was the first one I watched and felt okay
Why did
about
you
this
start
whole
with that
process.
one?
It was the easiest one for me to access, and then I just went through, and yeah. By the time we got to Cade the Tortured Crossing, I
feel like that's just maybe why you've like struggled with it a little bit, Todd. If you'd watched them in release order, I think you would see the kind of
Progression,
vein of messaging and progression
Maybe.
that Mr. Breen's been trying to put through his films. So I think that's on you, to be honest.
Maybe at some point I'll go back and rewatch them all.
No. I think if you have any respect for this podcast, you will go back and watch them all from release
Today,
order.
actually.
Yeah. On Christmas Day.
I was.
Oh me. Well, ladies and gents, that was Breen. That was the Breeniverse. I had a good time. But that was just our kind of like specially kind of fun thing for the kind of Christmas time. We do announce our next director, and the next person choosing is Mr. Collie. Who we talking about next?
So for episode 29, we're going to be covering Paul Verhoeven. So I've kind of cherry pick some of his films. I know he does some foreign language films, but I've kind of went with the big hitters. So we are going to be covering RoboCop, Total Recall, Basic Instinct, Showgirls, Starship Troopers, and Hollow Man.
Classics, absolute classics.
So I'll be with you in a few weeks, end of January, I think we said.
Yeah.
And that's our last episode before we take a little bit longer to do all the Oscars and stuff like that. And then we'll be back after the Oscars with some picks from Massey and Todd.
Mm-hmm. And as always, I know we're thinking a bit ahead, but with the Oscar stuff, keep an eye out because the nominations are about the same time, isn't it? At the end of January.
18th of January, I want to say, or 28th of January or something like that. But yeah,
So-
mid to late January.
So we'll get the spreadsheet out and stuff as well, so folk can kind of follow along.
The shortlists have been announced, I think. The shortlists are out now. Yeah.
Not for like the best picture stuff though, but I think for all the like, other
okay.
stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was Neil Breen. I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yes, thank you very much,
We
Massey.
all
What a
had
choice.
fun. Thank you very much. And guys, as always, if you're listening on Spotify, give us a like, give us a 5-star, and if you're watching on YouTube, of course, again, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts. And if you want, I can give us a shout. Just message us on Twitter, and we'll show you where to find Neil Breen's films. But guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Have a good Christmas, everyone. Bye.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.